I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hey, this is Matt. Once again, what about another review? This is another PayPal request for John, the Flawed one. Thank you once again for the PayPal request. If anyone's ever interested in requesting reviews, re-reviews, commentaries, movie topics, any other type of video, you'd either join me on my Patreon, which the link will be down in the info box, or you can request it directly via PayPal. That link will be down in the info box as well. If not, no worries. But one of the films he wanted me to review was Ninja Turtles II, Secret of the Ooze. And I've always enjoyed this film. Not just for nostalgia reasons, not as a guilty pleasure. I sincerely enjoy this movie. I am a big fan of the Ninja Turtles. Do I love everything that they've done? Been a part of? No. But I like the 80s cartoon. I love the 2003 cartoon. That's become my favorite. I enjoy many of the comic books. I love the first film. I really enjoy this film. The third one, not so much. The Michael Bay produced ones are both fucking trash, in my opinion. But this one, yes, I can agree that it does stink that they don't have the script in a serious type of way like the first film. I mean, the first film, when I say serious, I'm not saying it's a Christopher Nolan film, but I'm saying there are serious moments like Raphael getting to a coma, or Splinter seeing his master get killed, as well as his master's wife. I'm trying to remember her name. I forget her character name, but anyway. But this is definitely more kid-friendly, definitely more goofy. So I understand that. But I thought this was a nice interpretation of the cartoon at the time. Yes, you did not have Bebop and Rocksteady. Fuck Bebop and Rocksteady. Yes, I said it. I'll be the only one that'll say it. Fuck Bebop and Rocksteady. They work fine in the 80s cartoon. I don't give a shit if they're never in a they were in the Michael Bay produced bullshit and they sucked ass. Now maybe, to be fair, shitty writing hurt that, not the characters. To be fair. You know, oh, look at my dick. The reason I say fuck the characters is not really to say fuck the characters. I know that doesn't make sense. Really is me being over the top and silly and my serious hat going, I'm tired of people saying this movie sucks because Bebop and Rocksteady isn't in it. And instead, you got Turco and Razor, which honestly, they'd probably be doing the exact same fucking thing Bebop and Rocksteady would be doing. Only they'd be at least a little bit more articulate. Give you that. Having Bebop and Rocksteady not be in the film doesn't mean the movie's a piece of shit. If you feel that way, I disagree tremendously with that. Does the movie have issues? Yes, I'll get to them, but I think the movie has a lot going for it. I think it goes at a good pace. I think, no, Judith Hogue did not return, but I like Paige Turco. I thought she did a good job as April O'Neil. I liked the suit work. I liked the animatronics. Granted, to be fair, the first film there's facial structures that may be a little bit more distinct between the four, but I'd like these better because I felt they were more articulate. I felt they moved a bit. I love the animatronics in the first film. I think the animatronics were improved in the smoothness and articulation. And I really felt like they were alive. I really did. I think that helped because they had a little bit of a bigger budget with this. The voice work. I love all four of the Turtles' voices. The first one, the one I did not like, was Corey Feldman. This one, thank God he's not in it. Instead, it's a guy named Adam Carl, and I think he did a great job as the voice of Donatello. I think he fit the voice pretty damn well. The guy who voiced Raphael did a good job because so many times when I saw this as a kid, I thought it was the same guy that voiced him in the first movie, Josh Payas, but no, it's a different person. So, okay, he fooled my ass. Good job. Robbie Rist comes back at Mighty. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think he's the best voice of Michelangelo in any medium. Brian Tochi, I think he's the best Leonardo. I love the 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon. I would say that's my favorite incarnation. Granted, that has many, many seasons. Well, this is only one, or technically three, but truthfully, fuck the third movie. To me, it's just two. Two movies compared to seasons. It's not a fair comparison. So while I do like the voice actors in the 2003 cartoon, that's my favorite incarnation, this movie here I would say is my favorite voice cast because I liked all four of them. And to me it's like, okay, this is the Mighty I think of, this is the Leo I think of, Donnie fits it fairly well, this voice, and Raphael, wow, you made me think he was the guy in the first movie, good job. Because he still has a little bit of that New Yorker accent, a little bit. Maybe not as heavy as the one in the first, but still that type of sound to it. So I enjoy all four of them. Tino. I like Tino. I like Ernie Reyes Jr. I don't know why they made the character disappear. Oh, because people took a shit on this movie and everyone hates the film. And I'm like, well, that's not... I'm sorry, I don't think the movie's that bad. I don't think the movie's that horrible. I don't think Tino was that horrible. Makes it a bit more interesting because this is the only one he's in. But again, I don't think I liked Ernie Reyes Jr. I thought he was likable. I thought acting-wise he did better here compared to, say, Surf Ninjas. Surf Ninjas I thought was cringe. Just like the entire movie was cringe. Here, I was not cringing. I thought he fit fairly well. Yeah, it sucks that they didn't get Elias Koteas, but I'm pretty damn sure, well, I'm not sure, because there's no making of, except the Turtle Definitive documentary, where they took 30 seconds to say, yeah, this movie sucks, and the third film is better. Move along. That's literally all they said about this movie. This movie sucks. The third movie's bad, but it's better than the second movie. Fuck you, Turtles documentary. Definitive my ass. You should need a definitive boot up your ass. Fucking piece of shit documentary. Just my opinion. It's the Turtle Power Definitive. Yeah, Definitive. You talk about the entire history of the Ninja Turtles in like an hour and some change with no special features. 80% of the fucking history missing, but it's the definitive history. But you want to make a part 2. It's been how many years? 6 years? Since you said you don't make a sequel? 6 years? Wow. Maybe they'll wait till 10 years. Instead of, well, 6 is not, make it 10. Maybe don't get an installment every 20 years. Maybe it's that, maybe every 10 years. Maybe, to be fair, maybe every 10 years you get an installment. All right, let me digress. But I liked Ernie Reyes Jr. I liked the character. Yeah, you have Shredder coming back. But okay, I mean, Shredder came back a lot of times in the other mediums. I liked the new creatures. I liked the look of them. I thought the effects were really solid. Really, this is the only time you get to see the Turtles fight mutants in a live-action format. Well, maybe a Next Mutation TV show, People are like, well, what about Bebop and Rocksteady in the 2016 film? Do they really fight them? They get on an airplane as they crash. Oh shit, get out of the way of a tank while going down the fucking river to live in the van down by the river. And then Bebop and Rocksteady get defeated by some piece of shit, dipshit cop. Wannabe Casey Jones. If that's Casey Jones, I'm Abraham fucking Lincoln. Fuck that piece of shit movie and fuck that Casey Jones. And he's the one who defeats Bebop and Rocksteady by himself? Wow, I'm so glad you were so excited to get Bebop and Rocksteady so that they could be defeated by some fucking guy. Oh, because he's from the TV show Arrow, so that's why. That's his power. His superpower is his contract. I'm from Arrow, the TV show. I got this many seasons. Fuck you. I win. I'd beat both of them by my fucking self. In a movie called Ninja Turtles. That'd be like if at the end of this movie, Tino, Ernie Reyes Jr. beat I had a brain fart because of how stupid it'll sound. Tokar and Razor by himself. But no, the Turtles actually try to fight them, try to kick them, and then use their teamwork to stop them. By knocking their ass down, shoving a fucking thing down their mouth. Not their dicks, but something else. And turn them back. So at least they defeated the creatures. They didn't even do that in the fucking $80 million budgeted Michael Bay flick. I guess to be fair, they fought Crane, Crud. To be fair. Oh, I'm sorry. I got that fight because it was a fucking remake of the fight in the first piece of shit movie, but I digress. Fuck that movie. Fuck both of them. So I like Judith Holt. I like Ernie Reyes Jr. I love the suits. I love the voice cast. One of the reasons, first I did watch this a lot on VHS, so maybe you can chalk up some with nostalgia. Okay. But it's not entirely because of nostalgia. Some of it is nostalgia. Sure. I mean, if I can sit here and remember watching trailers to Big Girls Don't Cry, They Get Even, and Suburban Commando, I think Surf Ninjas was on there as well. If I didn't remember the fucking trailers, and that's how many times I saw the VHS tape. And yes, it's more goofy. The first scene is a bunch of fucking people, random people eating pizza in New York. I thought the music, same composer did the first film. He did another solid job. Granted, it's not as darker looking as the first movie, but I still think it's not a bad looking film. This is the one I really felt live action wise, the family of the four together. That's why I enjoy this film, is as a big fan of these characters, there's a lot of small moments that add up that I highly enjoy. The four of them being a family, goofing off with each other, them playing football with each other in April's place. Moments between Mighty and Raph where Raph gets his foot stomped on by Tino and Mighty's like doing this to Raph's head. Or he's trying to watch TV and Mighty annoys him by crunching right by his ear and pissing him off. Or they're all giving their names and Raphael gives his name. Mighty goes, yeah, all the good ones end in O. I'm like, yes, that's the Mighty Raph dynamic. This is the only film, CGI or live action, that has done that. The only film. To be fair, maybe they could have done that in the Michael Bay movies. Because, oh well, the subplot that really went nowhere where could have been cool. Wow, we could turn to human. Wow, you could get some actual fucking story out of that. But let's not. Because fuck this, Turtles, why do we need to write worth of shit? Well, what? Do you think these movies are Oscar caliber scripts? No, but I'm telling you actual fucking moments. I don't remember any goddamn moments in those other multi-million-dollar, 4 times the budgets of these type of motion pictures. Actually, I think that's kind of ridiculous that they don't even try to do that in the bigger movies. They could have. They didn't. No idea why. But I like a lot of those moments where they're making fun of each other or they're just there's a lot of nice little moments between the 4 of them. When Donnie and Mikey are talking on the phone with April, and like Leo comes by and does something and fucks up Donnie's foot. The way the animatronics look, the effects work, the voices, I think fitting the characters very, very well, just makes me believe for a transparency evaluation that, wow, they're real. Of course, in my mind, I'm like, I know they're not real. It's just a fucking movie, and it's just a fucking kid's film. But for a brief minute, I'm like, wow, they're real. That's really cool. That's called escapism. I appreciate that. And wow, there's actually martial arts. There's actually a nightclub scene where they're all fighting the foot. Or when they're in the lab and they're playing keep away with the mutagen. Even the beginning of the film, people go, well, Matt, they don't use their weapons. Okay, you're right. In this instance, I don't care. You want to know why I don't care? What's the point of using your weapons if you can't do anything with the weapons? What do you mean? What do you do with a sword? Usually you stab someone, right? Or slice someone, maybe slice a hand off. The worst you got was when Leo sliced Shredder's arm like here. This little cut. Yeah, you could block, but you know because it's a PG movie, nothing else is going to happen. It's just block. Say with the side, block. If there's an instance where Raphael can throw it and hit someone in the neck or in the chest or in the hand, like he was fucking Steven Seagal in a butcher shop, okay, yes, use weapons. Mikey, he could barely hit someone. He barely did in the first movie. Barely. Like this much. Just that's all they can get away with it. Just the rating. The only one they don't care about is Donnie's bow. Because even in this movie, Donnie does use his bow sometimes, including the junkyard scene. But the others, they're not... So if they can't use them, then what the fuck is the point? That's why I didn't care they didn't use the weapons, because they can't do anything with them. Leo can't do anything with his weapons. Oh, I'm going to block. I'm going to block. You don't do anything else? Nope. Use my foot. Okay, you can use your foot anyway, with or without the fucking weapon. So that's what I mean. That's my point. They can't do anything with that. Yeah, I mean, if they're fighting robots, or maybe if they're fighting monsters that don't bleed red and they bleed, bleed green or blue or, I don't know, maybe something else. But I doubt even then they'd go for that. I don't know. Probably not. Of course, back in the day, we could have Star Wars films where Obi-Wan Kenobi cuts someone's fucking arm off and the arm's laying there with fucking red blood. But, MPA, didn't be pussies. Maricon Puto Association of Assholes. Maricones. We know this, man, especially at this time period. Hard charges, NC-17. Nowadays, they get an R rating with maybe a PG-13. Fuck. So that's why I don't care. Well, they don't use the weapons. What do they don't use the weapons for? Pick their fucking teeth? So if they can't use the weapons, then fine. Be creative. Use their fists, use their feet. Double Dragon style. So I was fine with that. Now, do I have issues with the film? Sure. Number one, yeah, I would like to have seen at least a little bit more seriousness, at least a couple other scenes. That would have been nice. I don't think they could have used a little bit more of that. Number two, the ending, have them, okay, if they could not fight Shredder in the first film, have them fight him in the second fucking film. Don't have a super Shredder that pretty much just kills himself. I think that's the biggest misstep. Because if you had the Turtles actually working together and all four of them beat up Shredder, that would have been satisfying. Number three, fuck Vanilla Ice and fuck his music. And number four, I don't know, do I really have a problem with that? Well, it's not a huge problem. I mean, kind of goes back to my first part where, yeah, I would like to have seen... Well, yeah, it is a bigger problem because it's the title, The Secret of the Ooze. You never find out the secret of the Ooze. Of course, apparently, the Jordan Perry character played by David Warner was supposed to be an Utrom. What's an Utrom? In the original comic book, which was also carried over in the 2003 cartoon, they were the aliens that the Ooze came from them. And then the Ooze, one thing led to another, the Turtles became what they are. And they had a android body, but in the stomach there would be a brain type of creature. That's the inspiration for Crane in the 80s cartoon. But they didn't do it because either they thought kids would think that was Crane, or was it then just to fucking explain to them what it is? I mean, the first film wasn't the cartoon either, but you did some stuff. I mean, just explain the shit. I know some kids could be dumb, but not all kids are dumb. So I think they should have had that in there because The Secret of the Ooze doesn't make any fucking sense with the movie we have now. You find it's still the secret of the Ooze. You don't ever find out what the fuck it is. So those are my four issues. The Secret of the Ooze is still secret. Don't have it be a secret. 2, the big one, have him fight Shredder at the end and kick his ass. Just fucking do that. 3, a little bit more serious. Yeah, wouldn't be against the fucking law. And 4, fuck Vanilla Ice. You can even have them dancing. Fine, I don't mind their dancing. Have them dance to something else, man. I don't have fucking, I don't know, AC/DC or something playing. Sorry, that's had to edit something, but I was laughing because I was thinking, like, what if it was, instead of Vanilla Ice, what if it was like iced tea or something? And I'm just saying, if it was like iced tea, that'd be hilarious to Vanilla Ice. It'd be a different type of scene. Oh, one thing I did like about that, there's little things I enjoy throughout the film, and they all like Mighty is hitting on this girl and steals a girl from a guy. As he's walking up to the stage, Mighty does one of this, and the girl goes to him, and the guy's like, "What the fuck?" I mean, he doesn't say what the fuck. He's like, "What the fuck?" So Mighty is a player. He steals a fucking girl from a guy. And after the movie, probably that 15. But that's off screen, after dark. But I still think this is a very fun, yes, it's kid friendly, but I think it has a lot of charm to it. I think it's fun. I think some of the jokes are funny. Still funny. What, and Schwarzenegger is hard to spell? I thought the Turtles felt like a family in this. I really do feel that way. I thought when the martial arts were there, Ernie Reyes Jr., he's not a bad actor in this, and when he can fight, The fight scenes, I like the opening fight scene. I thought it starts off fairly well. It felt like the Turtles were in this more. Maybe technically not running time, but it felt like they were in it even more than the first one. I know this, but it just felt like more. And I liked, you saw a bit more of the four of them together as a family and riffing on each other. And so it's like smacking the microphone. The music still works well. The voice cast is great. I love the suits. Yeah, I just wish the ending stuff was changed. But yeah, I still think it's fun. I think it's charming. I think the actors do their jobs well. At least they do get the fuck up Tatsu. Unlike the first one, they do fuck him up. Wreck his ass. Not that way, but other ways. And I think it's underrated. I mean, this gets a lot of hell. Gets a lot of shit. Gets called the worst of the three Turtles. Or one of the worst Turtles films. I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? This is one of the worst Turtles films? That's why I hate Vanilla Ice. Not only because I don't care for his songs, but that's the thing people use to make fun of the movie. That's the one with Vanilla Ice. Of course it sucks. That scene. That's what grinds my ass, is that the fucking Vanilla Ice scene, a lot of the good stuff is neglected and thrown away because of a fucking stupid ass Vanilla Ice. Again, that's why I'm like, just have someone cooler, hipper, like Ice-T. Or Ice Cube. Fucking Weird Al Yankovic would be cooler than Vanilla Ice, but maybe that's just me. Either way, I highly enjoy this film. I think it's a bit underrated. It's fine if you disagree, but I still I love this as much as the first film. Both films I have issues with, but both films are what helped shape me into a Ninja Turtles fan. I visualize the Ninja Turtles. These are usually the ones I think of first, either look-wise, voice-wise, moments they have together as a family, some of the more serious moments in the first one, some of the more goofy, like the Mikey and Raph little bits they have in the second one. See them actually do martial arts, which is weird that they don't really do much of that in the much bigger budgeted flicks. Oh, because they're bulletproof shells and they're as big as the Incredible fucking Hulk, so why do they need to do that? Give me a fucking break. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.